Right, so I need to center myself after that. So, what I was just realizing as I had my wee break there is, well, I said it during as well.
Right.
Wait a minute,
So
wait a minute.
I need to center myself.
That's about as dark as it's going to get because I've already done Scorpio, and Scorpio is pain, and Scorpio is the eighth house. But my eighth house. Hello, was just about to watch the membership tiers. Oh, lovely. You've just missed a very heavy read for the third house because although it says Gemini, you know how I do this. I do it by the houses, so I advise that people watch all of them, um, in case your message is there. But yeah, that one was really dark, and my feeling is that's about as dark as it's going to get, unless I haven't done Pisces yet. Yeah, I haven't done Pisces, and so that'll bring out more secrets and stuff like that and hidden stuff. But because my eighth house is Gemini, and that's where my North Node is and my Vesta in particular, and I've got other things there too that are important. It's like I have to shine a light on the darkness, and it's also where I deliver people. Do you know, like I deliver people literally from evil and from dark situations. Oh shit, indeed, Charlotte. Charlotte, I even said you'll know because you're on TikTok. Eh? I started so at one point I was like, oh shit, and it's like a song. I think I've heard it on a shorts like on here, but it was one of them. But yeah, kind of amazing. It ended up with this Mary Magdalene, Jesus Mary Magdalene card I love, and it hardly ever comes out. And that came out with the Jesus and Mary Magdalene card from the other deck. So yeah. So if you're wondering why that read was so heavy, not that we need to wonder, that's why, guys. So anyway, let's crack on with this now. We'll cleanse energy. So this is for your sixth house, which everybody has. It's your everyday routine, your ritual, it can be your work, it's your pets as well, randomly, and your health on all levels. It's just what keeps your life ticking over, you know what I mean? It's the routines and rituals that you do every day. And the reason I've titled it Celebrations, Changing Location, Everyday Environment is because the cards I'm using to give me a wee indication of what to put in the title, and then I might change them after, but I'm kind of keeping them kind of samey. Some of them have changed a bit last night, but because I haven't watched them back, I was just sort of gauging it, and then I'll watch them back slowly when I can be bothered. Like sometimes, actually, do you know the ones from last month? There were some I actually gave up watching, and that's why I haven't even put in the emojis and changed the title. So, but just you go, you know what I mean? You just go back and watch if you want because it'll be interesting. Some of them, the ones I've done like months ago on the new moons, it could be happening now because I channel that far in the future. But um, yeah, like basically that it just indicated it had one that had celebrations, and the other one said something about location. So I feel for some people watching this, it is going to be, hello Renee, how are you doing? I feel it is going to be that some people, because remember what I just said, Virgo is your everyday routine ritual. So I feel your everyday routine and ritual is going to be changing up. Now that could even be somebody in your everyday routine and ritual, your environment. Like this could be people like it's either it could be you moving where somebody else is, or somebody moving where you are, or just somebody being around your house more. It doesn't need to be people moving in. But I'm actually getting the feeling that some of you that might already be in some sort of union or about to be, like you could actually be moving. And I'm getting this for a lot of them, right? And it's kind of like I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's kind of worrying. Depends on how you look at it. I feel I'm picking up on people quickly moving because it's the pole shift. And you know how I read so far in the future? So this is going to be kind of fascinating if I'm reading for like 6 months from now or something, and whatever all sorts of shit kick off in the world and people need to pick up and move. Like I'm just saying. I feel it's something like that. Might not be that dramatic for some people, but it feels like it. That is the times we're living in. Because it's even like, that's not fear mongering, and because even like I noticed a big sign of it was um well, basically all the crazy geomatic, what do you call it, thingy storms and the solar storms and the all the changes of human resonance. But like I said about well, the earthquake that I was singing that frickin' song about Skyfall, and then the next day the frickin' Well, no, the day I channeled it for that, and I mean, the last I saw, if they're even telling the truth, is it 1,000 dead or 1,000 missing or something? So I'm sending prayers and love out to those people. I mean, that's just fucking horrendous. Um, but there's so many different things happening in the world. But it's more what I'm kind of feeling into here is on our news, right? So the UK news, it was something about prepping, and I thought, oh, because I follow loads of channels like that anyway. But it was like, should we be prepping in case of a war or an emergency? And it's like, hell yeah, it was a bit of a kick up the ass for like I've been saying that for ages. Like when you're doing your food shop, your routine of your food shop, whenever you do it, you should be gathering things that are, the staples that if you're in an emergency that you can, that you've got a supply there that you don't, what I'm saying, that's going to keep you ticking over. Anyway, well, enough of that, but I think it's because Virgo is practical. And I've got a lot of energy like that because my sun sits in the house of Virgo and my Mercury's in the house of Virgo. Although I'm very mystical and psychic and shamanic and all of that stuff, I'm that's my very grounded energy. It's very like practical solutions to things. That's why I can help people out of the darkest situations because I'll help them in a magical way, but also in a practical magic way. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, because not everybody's in a situation where you can just pack up and go. When there's kids involved and blah blah blah. And but sometimes I've helped people where it's like, look, this is dangerous. Like, oh God, which is kind of I was picking up on that vibe in the last one, right? So anyway. We burned the sage. Let's get some fucking Florida water. Could we pick up some lighter energy? Although it already isn't very light. I can't help that. Right, so let's go back to the love story. What the fuck just fell? Something just fell. Wait a minute, I need a wee drink. Also, before I get going, would you two like a card? Because you're in the membership, I felt guided to, and I know Renee, I know you already got cards. You donated yesterday, but I mean, this is part of. I just feel guided to pull you a wee card. I'm just trying to decide what ones to use though. I'm just going to pull one. So I think I might pull a deck where I read a message from it because then there's a definitive line of when I stop. Let's pull. Do you want one from my new one? The Healing Waters, and then it'll help other people that are watching too. And and let me see. I'm going to set the goal again. Right. I'm just getting a habit of doing this. So bear in mind, so I'm going to pull Renee and Charlotte a card because they're part of the membership. So, and usually how it goes, everyone else watching, if you're wondering, is on the second level of membership, I pull people's free cards once a month on the new moon, which would be now. But because we've actually only got one person on that level of membership, I've done his cards. Um, and I just feel, yeah, I'm grateful to my members, so I just feel like peeling. But but low key, guys, I do actually pull people's cards on there. Do you know what I mean? It's just it's not meant to be part of the deal, but it's me. I can't say I'm going to stick to that all the time, but there's 60 plus members only videos apparently. I said 55 the other day. I could just make up the numbers, but like I said, some of them could be early viewing. Right, what was I doing? I was going to put. Um, but yeah, for anyone else, if you just make some sort of wee donation, even if it's the smallest, then I'll pull you a card as well. And because I'll be back before you know it to do the free cards. And I think actually for one of them, I don't know if it's this one, but for one of them, I'll set a goal as well. And then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do fun stuff. The next time I do this, I'm gonna think, wait a minute, where the fuck is it? I'm trying to put the link in for when, because it's for replay so that other people can, it's not even coming up. Sorry, thanks for your. There it is. Right. Okay. So, oh, it's just put in the title. I didn't. Do 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 do. Right. That. Thanks for hardening it up there, guys. Right. So, right, there we go. Right, so that's for people that are watching that are brand new. It's just the overall link, but make sure you find the one that has something about being new, like newbies, and you get it at a special price if it's the first time. So, and that counts if you followed me for years, but you never had the session, because it's just basically if you never had a room. Right, so what have we got for Charlotte? And so remember, when I'm pulling this for Charlotte, this can make sense for anyone else watching as well. More than likely will. That's what always happens. We're all connected. Oh, I've not seen this one yet. The Mist. Trust your inner compass. Be led from within. Now that is fascinating to me because, like the trouble is, right? All Rebecca Campbell's cards are amazing, but I say this all the time. They are not the best for a thumbnail because the colours are like watercolour and they don't really show up. So I'm going to describe it and then I'll hold it as far up as I can. But it's like a woman in the mist with like rainbow iridescent sort of light at the top of her. So you can just see her. And what's fascinating, this is really fascinating me, is that like Charlotte is 29 degrees Pisces, if you've not heard me say that. If you're around here all the time, you'll hear me say it. But Charlotte is 29 degrees Pisces Sun, and it's 29 degrees Neptune in Pisces, which we will never see again, right? To make that clear. So even that in itself, that could be quite interesting, because there could be, in some ways, Charlotte, you could be having like like psychic experiences on top of what you'd already have, or you could be extremely confused. So it would actually be interesting to know. So you can tell me after whatever, read this and whatever. But and then also with the North Node, like conjunct your sun as well, it's destined and fated sort of stuff right now. And a lot of destined and fated karmic endings for everyone, but it really could be very intense for you. Um, Venus retrograde is also conjunct your sun as well. Um, Wow, yeah, it's just a it's a lot. It's a lot for all of us, but that could be a lot for you. So it kind of makes sense. This kind of some things, like I said, things if things are very misty and cloudy right now, that's why. But like I said, it could equally go the other way. So yeah, the mist. So let's see. When it's on the delay, you'll see, and this is going to be a first for me too. So let's, because I have not actually ever read this, I hadn't saw it yet. I didn't look. I tend to do that now when I get cards. I don't look at every one of them. I just let it surprise me. No wonder I'm exhausted. Yeah, that's exactly why you're exhausted. Um, because up until yesterday when I got doing all of these, I was exhausted too. But yeah, can you see it? Oh, actually, you can see it. But that's not because it's cloudy on the camera. Like it is, that is what it basically looks like. It's quite an interesting card. Right, so the mist. Let's see. 108. 108. It's on page 108. That's a number of abundance. Um, Trust your inner compass, be led from within. Intuition is pointless unless we act on it, but it rarely makes logical sense, which is why it takes faith to trust it and courage to act on it. Wait a minute, I'm going to chip in after, but I can already see how this would make sense for the collector. But when we do gather up the will to act on an intuition each and every day, which is what this Virgo energy is about, so it's already bringing the collective in, we'll find ourselves living a truly blessed, deeply aligned life that's led from within. I call it living a soul-led life. There's a golden thread before you, calling you towards it, beckoning you forth. You're being called to trust your inner compass and be led from within. Mist and fog form when it's extremely humid, and water vapor condenses to form droplets that hang in the air. When Mr. Fog set in, it's as if everything's hanging in a state of mystery, which is exactly what the end of Pisces is. Hilarious. Um, when we're walking in the mist, we make sure we're facing the right way, slow down and enter a state of trust. Remember, with all the retrograde, it is important to slow down. Following our intuition is similar to that. While you may not know every step along the way or the exact destination, you're called to trust your inner compass, to trust that the path will appear before you And for you. Like Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz, following the yellow brick road, we're all being led home to ourselves and our soul's path. It just requires us to consistently trust the guidance system within. What's your intuition calling you to do right now? Ooh, so like I said, it's either going to go in your favor, all those conjunctions with your sun, or it could double down on adding to the confusion. So you just got to really slow down and tune in. But either way, like that's super, super psychic energy. Like major visions and stuff could be coming to you. Like really, really pay attention to your dreams and that. But also, right, so how that all fits with everyone else is that is quite clearly where the divine masculine is at that are closer to wanting to like they basically know how they feel. It's like the last one I just fit. I feel it doesn't matter now that I'm mixing up the order. It's following on from one another. I can see how it follows on, which is quite interesting because people probably aren't going to watch it in the order I've done it. It would be advisable to if people want it, by the way, but you know, because I've mixed it all up now. So I was just yeah, I didn't want to do it Aries straight to Pisces, so that's why I'm doing it at random, but it's quite interesting. But I can see how it fits on, like, because the masculine now crystal clearly sees, or when they get to this point, they know where they want to go. They want to go in the feminine's direction, but they don't know how, like, it's still a bit of a mystery. And like, is this person going to receive me well? Or some people, it's like, where are they in the world? You know what I mean? So that's how I could tie that in the collective too. So I hope that made sense to you. Do you want me to go one step further? Do you want me to pull a singles in relation? Do you want me to pull a blocking card? Like, as in, do you want me to see what your block is? My dreams have been having stuff stolen. Oh, missing. They've not been great this week. Oh my God. Right, Charlotte, I tell you what, never mind the blocking cards. Let's use the dream cards, because that's what these are. So you know what? Rather than me, I'll shuffle first, right? But what is it? My dreams have been, because this is actually what I was going to do in Pisces season, but I just didn't have energy for it. So I might just scrap the rules and do it like an Aries season or one of the other seasons. But basically, I actually want to, don't know how I'm going to do it, but I want to kind of like ask people, basically, like if people have had really interesting dreams and then get them on to like talk about it. And I just think that would be really interesting because I'm want to do more interactive stuff like that. Right, so we've got body and then we've got wisdom and transformation. They just flew out. I want to actually find, I want to find the theme. Have my dreams have been having about stuff stolen and missing. I'm sure there is one about that. I'll just quickly look. If I can't find it quickly, then I'll not bother. But just because these are about that, I've just been using them as oracle, you see. It would have something about. This could take a while, actually. This is maybe I could just look after. Awakening. It's not really it. It's going to say something about stolen, isn't it? Flow, colours, numbers, courage, boldness, all this. It might need to give up. Yeah, I'll look after. But let's see. Because that's going to, you can see how long that's going to take. That's going to take, I'll look in between doing some of these, and then if you're on one of the other ones, I'll tell you. Your relationship with yourself and others needs reassessing. Open up to love others by unblocking negativity. Embrace love without fear. Make it unconditional. An awakening. Oh, they did pull me at the awakening for a reason then, because I got led to that when I was looking through them. You're conscious. That's basically what I've just said. Because you're already really psychic, but this is like going to be amping it up. Like this, because it's a new moon in Aries as well. It's like because it's an eclipse, that is an activation. It's like when I said yesterday, like some people that like haven't even been that in touch with intuition could instantly be very psychic, but because you're already, it's like an upgrade. Your consciousness is awakening. You're becoming attuned to the messages of the spirit and nature. Trust your psychic abilities. So, like I said, because you already, and there's that one again, actually, so I better read it. body. What parts of you do you need to look at more closely? What's functioning, not functioning in these areas of your life? What do you feel about your body? And look, she's looking in the mirror. So again, it's actually the same cards. Yeah. So that's so funny. Remember, I put them back and they've all come out. They're like, no, read them. Transformation, commit to acting on new ideas, longings, take a leap of faith, begin again. Got loads of butterflies in all the cards. And there's a dragonfly, it's about transformation. Experience and failure lead to wisdom. Apply wisdom to the present situation. Learn from the spirit world and its collective knowledge. So yeah, what I would say is pay attention to your dreams. They're trying to tell you something. I'll look when on the break, I'll look for if there's one about that. But even I don't need the cards, right? Let's see. So my dreams have been about having stuff stolen and missing. Tell me if you want to. We don't need to do this, but I'd like to. It's quite a good test to like do it over the chat rather than a. But what? Now nobody else chip in just now, right? Because this is what I want to do with people. So what do you think? What does that mean to you? And you don't need to, you don't need to give a big profound insight on it, although you can if that's coming to you. It's just, you know how this is. Like I just like to ask people what it means to you before I tell you what I'm getting from that, if you want to hear it. Maybe while I'm waiting for you to say it, maybe I could. I'm like determined to find one about. I'll just see if there's a keyword while I'm. Wait a minute. Is it people? Like that's what I want to ask you. Is it people that are stealing? Like, can you see that people are stealing stuff? Like, are they, or is it just you're like going to get something and it's gone? You know what I mean? Because I'll keep that one out. Don't want to say too much. Or what? Like, oh wait a minute, you have wrote something. Like, I opened a Mercedes car bonnet and the car battery was gone, and then I realised the engine had been stolen. I don't own a Mercedes, by the way. Yeah. Ah, right. I could chip in with what I feel this stuff means, but tell me what you think that means, and then if you're open to it, I'll chip in. And if anyone else has had a good dream, get involved because I love dreams. They're my thing. Most shamans do. Um, like I had every dream book going. Actually, do you know what I nearly done? Oh, there's a card on this that says sex. I've not pulled this yet. What does it say? Do you feel disconnected to yourself and others? What do you need to feel more loving? Do you feel your needs are not being met? Right. So, yeah, I was actually like I felt like yesterday, I forgot about it though. I was actually gonna read. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set a goal on here, right? And if we reach a certain donation amount, I'm gonna read out my diary from like 15 years ago. That's a good one, isn't it? Like I'm gonna read an insert when I'm like, I had a dream about such and such. I don't know why he's coming in my dream so much. Like that's before I knew he was my twin flame. And there's stuff about other people too. So like, if you want me to do that, guys, like I've not set the goal yet. Let's set the goal. That's really, we've got to have fun with this. I don't know if I'll set it on. I'll set it on. I'll set it on one of the other. Well, I do. Wait a minute. I've already. I'm not. I'm losing track of all time of like how long I'm on these. Doesn't really matter though. It's fine. Um, I'm clearly going to be here till midnight or something again. I'll do it on the next one. Yeah. Um, what else? What was I going to say? I can't think of any things for these. This is like so annoying. Sorry. It feels a bit of an inside job affecting my energy. Yes, that is a good insight. Because especially because it was like, right, so can I tell you what I feel now? I'm going to assume so because you're telling us. I'm going to tell you anyway. What I got instantly when I read that was like it was like when I read the bit about I got stuff before I read the Mercedes, but particularly when I read that bit, it's like think about it, it's like you've got this big fancy car, but it doesn't work because it's not got the engine. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like something looking good on the outside, but like something, it's fundamentally there's something missing on the inside. So it's like something, yeah. So this could even be symbolic of like when you're able, and again, you will be able to do that being a Pisces sun, but it could be like, somebody not seeing that you're not feeling good that day, or you're a bit pissed off, you're a bit sad or something, like somebody like completely missing, like, oh yeah, you're Mercedes, you look fucking amazing. But it's like, yeah, but I've not got an engine. Like, you know what I mean? What the fuck, where the fuck am I going to go without an engine? Do you know what I mean? So it's just like, so that's just something I got like from that. But also, when I read it before you added the Mercedes bit in, I need to read out loud again. My dreams have been having stuff stolen, missing. What I got instantly was before you said the bit about the car, like, I wonder if there's any type of subconscious fear going on about like something being taken from you, like um whether it's like a literal thing, but it doesn't feel like that, or like energy. So again, it could be like about energy vampires, you know what I mean? Like something that is yours, like your energy, that is then depleting you. You know what I mean? And again, that actually really does all fit with what I said about you being 29 degrees Pisces and all of this. It's like it's just really interesting because I like to always give the light and the shadow. There's a load of amazing things. Like, it's like you could be super psychic, you could be having really powerful activations, but the downside is, and dreams will be wild if you pay attention to them, you could get really, and like it's not over, like especially tonight actually, because Neptune goes in Aries tomorrow. This tonight could be like after I've said this, the energy coming through could be quite like, and like there's something, yeah, there's something about that. Because even that, like although it's not like a nice dream, it is telling you something, because they always are. It could be like a bit of a warning here. Like that's what I feel it is. I feel it's a bit of a warning because the downside of that, all that energy on top of your sun, is, uh, like I said, it could double down on you being a bit hoodwinked or confused. It doesn't need to mean that in every area, because like I said, in some ways you could be seeing clearer than ever. But I'm more leaning towards like, say, especially because you said you'd be really tired. Because it's all that energy is like hitting your sun, like you're hitting your soul. It's like really, it feels like it basically just feels like the good and bad of a huge activation. That is what I would say, which is for all of us. But because that is your degree, it's like whoa. Because that's what happens when a new moon or a full moon is hitting your degree of any of your planets. You're going to feel it more. But that is like your soul. So anyway, that's what I get from that. So, um, right, can people think of goals for these things? Because it's like otherwise, it's just like let's be honest. It's just like, oh, I'm going to set a goal. Give me a fiver. Isn't it just a fancy way to dress up, giving somebody money? Like, am I like not seeing something here? Oh yes, let's set a goal. Like, it's like, but all jokes aside, sorry, I've got tears coming out my eyes. Like, I'm too honest. That's the Mercury news. But it's like the goal is. It's like what I said yesterday. Like when people donated yesterday, it was really cool because I had actually just bought a couple of new decks, and what people donated yesterday actually means like I can then, pay that back to my credit card because that, do you know what I mean? So it is a common goal, really. Um, but I kind of want to do, I don't know. Maybe we'll just miss the one for today, but I need ideas because I did have ideas before, but it's kind of um yeah, so that's what I get from it. I definitely say I've felt more confused the last week or so, but with some little insights bubbling up. Yeah, so that basically does feel like what I've said, doesn't it? So it's just quite interesting. I just was quite interested to know how you've been finding it because I was fucking shattered up until last night. And then I realised, and I didn't know why they were telling me not to do a lot of work this week. And then I realised it was like, oh, it's because they want me to do this. I always forget, like, because it comes about really quickly. Um, Nah, I'm not seeing one about. You'd think you would have one about things being stolen, but everything else. Nah, transformation. Nah, it's not coming up. Yeah, yeah. Right, okay. So, Renee, right, thank you for your patience. I just wanted to, but we will. We're going to do something with the dreams because I've been saying this for ages. I really wanted to. Thank you for sharing, Charlotte. And again, anyone else that's watching now or really any time I'm on, let me know. Because what I was thinking of doing is I was thinking of making it a staple, but just I do that many different themes. I'm like, and then it just means, yeah, I'm going to do that. And then it just means that people will know that, oh, yeah, on that day, once a week or once a month, maybe once a month, eh? Like Claire decodes the dreams. Mixture of you sharing it and me sort of decoding it. Right, okay, so what have we got for Renee? The sacred well, replenishment, self-care, giving from a place of plenty. So we could see that one a bit clearer. The other one was all mystery. But as we've said, that is a fucking amazing synchronicity with what's been said. So again, you could be fucking shattered as well, Renee. And I think going by going by what you shared yesterday, I think I can already tell that that is right. Maybe you don't now, actually. I think you said maybe you feel that you've got a bit of energy with the Aries, but I'm sure you said you had actually been quite tired. Right, 126. Um, oh, and they opened it up at the page. Replenishment, self care, giving from a place of plenty. Listen up, everyone, because this can make sense to anyone. The sacred well is a resting place, a recovery place, a healing place. It's somewhere where weary travellers, wait a minute, for weary travellers to be replenished. A place where we can receive and resource in order to give back out into the world. Wait, in order to go back out into the world and give. But look how much I'm getting confused and I'm stopping and starting. So this could have been, you could have been a bit like that, Renee, or you could have felt like it recently or now, where it's like just kind of like, well, am I reading that right? Am I getting, like getting a bit confused and stuff? Because I'm only like 4 lines in and I'm like making loads of mistakes. As the adage says, we can only give to others what we've given to ourselves or have ourselves been given. How full is your inner well? Are you giving from a place of overspilling, plenty, or are you overextending and giving from a parched land? I actually shared this last night on one of the ones last night. Like, you mean I said something very similar to this? And I don't think I was reading this card, but self-care has come to be regarded as a somewhat frivolous, luxurious practice. However, self-care is much more fundamental than that. It's about resourcing ourselves in a rhythmic way. This doesn't necessarily need to involve splurging on an expensive spa break or vacation. It could simply be taking time out in nature with the sun on your back. It could be spending an extra 5 minutes each morning to slowly drink your cup of tea, or running a bath with essential oils when the children are asleep. Or it could be booking a session with crystal clear visions. And you've done that, 10 points. Um, if we're relying on our reserves to sustain us, eventually our inner well will run dry. And when we reach this place, it takes an awful lot to return to a state of balance. Do you feel guilty for putting yourself first? Do you question whether you should give yourself what you really truly yearn for? How can you reprioritize your energetic well-being? The sacred well is calling us to come home to it, to frequent it, in a rhythmic way. How are you being called to fill up your inner belt? Right, I'm sorry, what the fuck? Did you see how many times I kept like that was really hard to get that out. Like so that's not my energy. Like I kept like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that makes sense that you said you felt like you're in a vortex. Because whatever that was, it's like I keep trying to say the words and I was getting confused. It's like I couldn't get the words out. And like I keep saying, watch out, because see when the um wait a minute, I'm gonna check that. I just want to check something before I yeah, I'm right, yeah, I thought that. So like look, I just scrolled to a week today, right? And a week today, Venus is in Pisces, but Mercury retrograde will also be in Pisces. Whereas right now Mercury retrograde is in Aries, which is why I'm being so like fucking honest and blunt and I was getting my Whoa! Guys, sorry. Talk amongst yourselves. There is the most fucking beautiful rainbow. And look, this has got celebrations in the title. Celebrate good times. Come on. I take the picture and I don't even show anyone because I don't want people to see where I live. Wow, that is beautiful. Oh my God. It's like going right over. I wonder if I could take it and clip this to show you. I'm just waiting to see if it's a double. My God, that's. Yeah, no wonder you're getting your cameras out. That's a beauty. Shre's a beauty. Yeah, maybe I can. Right, sorry. Sorry about that, but I didn't get the rainbow yesterday. So look at this. There was rainbows yesterday. There's rainbows today. Rainbows for everyone. I can still see it from the window. Right. So love a rainbow. Right. Let's get you one of. The fucker. Let's get you one of these too. Um. And that's a good sign. I'm doing your cards. Gold at the end of the rainbow. Happy times coming. So for those of you that are new, or people that are here all the time, if you've not heard me say this, when I first started doing these, like connecting with people, obviously a long time ago now, and it still happens now and again, but it used to happen after every session. It was not uncommon that people would say, like, why am I seeing rainbows everywhere after I spoke to you? But it's again, I feel it's because I'm a rainbow warrior and it's to do with the Hopi prophecy. But yeah, people would see like actual rainbows or just rainbow things or again, it was, very common that like people weren't seeing like the 444 and 144 and 222 and then it was like after me they were seeing it everywhere and it's because like I said I activate people through the numbers, and it was specifically ones and fours in any combination. But rainbows, it was just when I didn't like having a Facebook group, but when I did have a free Facebook group, the time that I had it, that's what they'd be like, "Oh my God, I just had a session with Claire, and I'm seeing rainbows everywhere." So, God, that's so nice, right? Trust 23. Trust yourself and the universe's plan for you. Do not give your trust to others lightly. When one door closes, another opens. That's given eclipse energy. So a door closed on the Virgo full moon eclipse, and another opportunity, a door is opening on this new moon eclipse. Oh my God! Look! Fuck's sake. Talk about like, listen, guys. I missed the mark a little bit because look at what Charlotte's dream was and look what's in the back. So vehicles and car. I think we need to read this one. So I'm looking, see, that means something. So they're merging your messages together because so like I said, this will make sense to others too. But look at the confusion. I'm on somebody else's message and I was so adamant on finding a card about something being missing or stolen that I was blinded to seeing a card about a fucking car when she's talking about a fucking car. So listen, guys, listen. I am not immune to missing the mark. By the way, what the fuck? I need to take that is going so bright. That is like something that is like very ethereal. It's like wow. I think I might be able to show you that wee clip. Is that a double one? God, it's really bright. And do you know what I mean? So it's like don't be so what I'm sure like what are the sayings? Because really can't think of them. I can't think of them. You'll probably get them before I get them. We're a team here. Help me out. Um, what I'm trying to say is when you're so focused on something else, you might miss the other opportunity that's there. So although this is just about this card, you know what I mean? It's like that's going to have a different profound meaning for everybody watching this. You were so focused. That could be like you were so focused on everything that went wrong that you were missing the opportunity. It's like a blessing in disguise. That came out in one of the other ones. But yeah, so let's read this. So this is for you, Renee, but it's also for Charlotte. Vehicles and car. Do you know what direction you want to go in life? Do you feel in control of your life plans? Do you represent the car model in your dream? Given a Biglets with a Mercedes, Charlotte. So yeah, ponder on those questions, but that's quite interesting. Um, yes, I was told that trust is my superpower. Well, that is not a bad superpower to have, is it? Right, okay, love it. Okay, so now we can crack on. This is probably going to be about 5 hours, this one. I'm joking. How long have I been live? It doesn't tell me at this end. Oh, it will if I check on the Zoom. It's 15:51. So that is mirrored numbers. So there could be a lot of mirroring in the connection that I'm going to pick up. 40 minutes. That's not that bad. So they all seem to be landing at about an hour. Right, so I'll put the timer on because realistically this is just the very start. So what have we got? So for the divine feminine male and female, the rainbow is finally disappearing. For the divine feminine male and females that are going to connect with this, so you don't need to be Virgo. We've all got a sixth house. We've all got Virgo somewhere. My guys just like to disguise and hide messages anywhere. I don't get to choose. Um, this is a block. Insecurities. That makes perfect sense already because Virgo is an overthinker and Virgo is a perfectionist. So wherever you have Virgo in your chart, it's very great for looking at the eye to detail, for seeing the tiny little details and things. But like how I just noticed that actually, so I missed it first of all, and then I was like, wait a minute, like most of the time I'll be quite good. Like I'll be able to see things that people don't see. But anybody, and that's what I mean. That's why I always what I'll say, stay humble. I really need to get that on a t-shirt. Like stay humble because everybody can make mistakes. Like slow down, take it slow. Um, but yeah, insecurities can come up with Virgo energies because you're like wanting to be perfect about everything. And nobody is ever going to you're never going to be perfect, and your love interest is never going to be perfect. So if you focus, oh yeah, that's what I just said must be about. If you focus so strongly on all the things that you don't like about yourself, you're missing all the things that somebody would love about you. And you know what I mean? So work on building your confidence and feeling safe in your relationship. So what I'm getting from that is like if you're a divine feminine male or female, like I feel strongly like you might have actually had somebody that like really cruelly sort of said something that like homed in on an insecurity, and again, like, so I'm gonna, I mean, we're 40 minutes deep, but you just don't know, but I'm gonna share this because it is fucking true. Um, like in my past, right, this wasn't my twin flame, just stressing that. Like when I first got my glasses, right, like the person I was with, like I think he actually saw, because I'm older and wiser than I'm an adult now, like I think he saw that I actually looked kind of hot in them. Like, I'm not being big-headed, but like, it's because I still don't, that's the point. I still don't actually really like when I wear my glasses. And I know where they're going with this. But whatever dickhead remark he made, I can't even remember what he said now, but he said something to me, and so but something told me, I basically then said to one of my guy pals, I said, oh, like he said I didn't suit them. And he was like, and then he told me the truth. He was like, well, he was clearly just telling you that because actually you look hot. And actually you look so hot, I think you should just wear them out. And I did. So that's what I done to counteract it. Because it was like basically, I think it was like then after that person wasn't in my life. But it just is a good example of even when you're long away from somebody, something that somebody could say to you could really sort of stay with you, even if it's a load of shite and you know it's a load of shite. So that's like, it's a really good way to stress to people that not to be, not to say things like that because, like, it's fucking nasty and it's horrible. Do you know what I mean? But in that case, like, I know that that person was saying that because it was actually his insecurity that actually it made me look older, it made me look, I don't know, like a sexy secretary or something. And but it's kind of like, you know what I mean? We were young and that's what happens, but it was a wee bit more, it was to do with like being controlling and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But, so anyway, so I'm just using that example, but whether you're a man or a woman, right? Because that's the divine, and thing about that is that was the divine feminine's perspective of my long ago past. But whereas now I couldn't give a fuck because I go out, I wear my makeup, I wear my glasses with or without makeup on here. I wear my glasses outside with or without makeup. I couldn't give a fuck. Like I love myself unconditionally. Do you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, for a long time, I didn't. Like I didn't like to wear my glasses. Definitely not on a night out. Like I don't. I think I literally only done that one. I think I only done that one night, and then I never done. You know what I mean? Because why would I? You know what I mean? I just don't. Yeah, I'm not. But in everyday life, yeah, like I've always got my glasses on and shit like that. So. So, but that can be a masculine, feminine side too, where like a karmic person or partner has said something cruel to you as a masculine male or female that is like you know consciously it's not true either, but it's like it's basically what I'm talking about here is like trauma. I mean, it might doesn't need to go as deep as that, but it's like it can be like it's what you do soul retrieval for. You know what I mean? So it'd be like if that was really bothering me, or I think because I think that is what I done. Like you would go back to that memory and sit yourself down and be like, you do know that's all the shit, eh? And that guy was jealous, like, and he was, you know what I mean? Like, because that is a lot of thing that jealous and insecure people do. They'll try to make you think the exact opposite of what the truth is. It's a head fuck, but it's what, and that's where it's like like I said before, don't beat yourself up if you've identified shit, that is actually what I do to people. Well, fucking sort it out then. Go and get help. You know what I mean? Go and get go and get a straight talker like me to be like, look, right, come on now. Do you want to keep fucking self-sabotaging yourself? No. Then cut that shit out. Let's hypnotize you, clear that energy, and you know what I mean? Stop doing that. Male or female. But but yeah, you can only do that if people want to change. So um let's get the mask soulmate only. Oh, wait a minute, this is an interesting one. You may have many soulmates who would be great for you. There's not just one. Right, this is the card. If you saw me pulling this in one of the other videos, like and the ones I do every day, like I was like, well, we just chuck it away because when I'm reading for twin flames, I don't like it. But what I noticed, because that's a block, right? Because this is what's blocking you. I actually feel that this is like, if you think about it, right, that is the feminine side at one point, even if it was ages ago, or it could be now for some of you, but that's the masculine feminine side too. There's an insecurity. It's up to you if this makes sense the way that is for you. But this is the masculine's block. So it's like I feel when we read the masculine, because of this insecurity of not being good enough, or this person not accepting this about me, or or flaw finding, because you flaw finding somebody so that you can be like, yeah, I knew they were too good to be true. Like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, that's why I'm not meant to be with them. It's like I feel this masculine collective that I'm picking up on are like, yeah, so okay, so what? Like I feel this strong chemistry, I feel this bond. Like, yeah, they might even be my twin flame, but like I'm not going there. Like I'm there's loads of people for me. I'll just find somebody. I'll find this person and someone else. You know what I mean? Like or I'll find somebody better. Because this is for Virgo, because Virgo's about perfectionism. So I just want to clarify because let's see what else can we get. Let's get another one for the masculine and the feminine. Another one for the masculine. Too much work. Yeah, look, it's the same card again that came out, another one. You tell yourself it's too much work, but really it's an excuse not to get involved. Right? I'm sorry. I keep fucking laughing on these bits because I can just see how much sense it makes. Like, seriously, because I listen to these fucking twin flame stories every day. I channel about them or I'm listening and I'm on the journey. But it's like, that is exactly what I just said. It's too much like hard work. This person's going to make me put in too much effort. I can't do that. I'm never going to be good enough for them. I'm never going to be perfect. But actually, it's your own stuff, right? And the person wasn't wanting you to be perfect and all of that because they're not perfect either. Right? Give me one for the Give me one, but also because that was the masculine's card, that's also the feminine. So the feminine at some point is for, oh my God, look at the other fucking people that this person goes for. I'm never gonna look like that. I'm never gonna be X, Y, and Z. I'm never gonna be this. I don't even fucking want to be like that. If that's what they want, I'm no fucking trying to be like that. I'm no about that. You know what I mean? It's like it's all this kind of um overthinking and analyzing and very critical. This is all the shadow side of Virgo. Presumptuous as well of both people. We're doing some deep shadow work here, guys. I think it's Neptune and Pisces. I'm here for it. And remember, Neptune is the opposite sign of Virgo. So that makes a lot of sense. And also, the South Node, the past, is in Virgo. So this could be really picking up on past stuff. It feels very past energy I'm picking up on, but this could be people now. So, and if it is, book a fucking session and we'll clear that energy. I don't care what you've heard before. Like you hear me say all the time, I've cleared people of the most worst, the biggest addictions ever, things that you apparently have to, that you're never going to be able to heal from and stuff, and I cleared it in one session. So I can't always claim that's going to happen for everyone, but it does happen with most people, to be honest. You have a big shift. Right. Could you tell us one more thing about the feminine? Interesting. And what's a clever way to disguise all of that? Being a lone wolf. I might put the one that I'd done a twin flame therapy that's scarily similar to this. Are you really a loner, or are you afraid of loving someone who could hurt you? I don't know about you, but I feel like that card is calling me the fuck out too. And it's not even bad. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck you. But yeah, do you know what I mean? It is true. Like, but this is for the divine feminine or the divine masculine. Like, are you really that much of a loner? Or are you afraid that if you let your guard down and you let this person in and you trust them, that they hurt you? I think if everyone's honest, I think that's quite a lot of people. Especially because we're a wolf pack around here. Do you know what I mean? Okay, that's enough of them. See what I mean? See what I mean? It's just like fucking these cards are like, whoa, man. Right, let's move on. Um, right, so before I forget what the actual things were, what healing message can we give the divine feminine and the masculine's feelings? Oh, that one again. This one came out for the last one in that order. Motivation. Motivation is the key to success. Yeah, get yourself a coach, get yourself a therapist, get yourself a counselor. Find someone that's going to motivate you to be like, everyone's got insecurities. Stop focus on what's not right about you and start focusing on what's right about you. You know what I mean? Kindness. Being kind to yourself will help you realize the potential and yeah, do the shadow work. Okay, thank you for being here, Renee. Do the shadow work. Look at what your apparent flaws are and realize that everybody has them and show them a bit of love. And also analyze, have you had something similar? Like, have you had a person in the past, an ex-lover, a family member, a fucking stranger that shouts something nasty in the street? Let's face it, do you know what I mean? It's like we've all had, well, we might not have all had, like, I certainly hope actually everybody hasn't had that. But you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just bump into the wrong person, and you know what I mean? It's pray. The masculine is being guided to pray. Release your worries to the angels and take time out to pray. So, but look, worries, that is like a shadow side of Virgo. Like you're overthinking, you're worrying, you're creating events in your head that aren't there. Healing, it's time to open up to healing or to provide healing to others. So again, I feel the healing that you, if you're this masculine that you're guided to get, is some type of healing like what I offer. And like I said, I don't say that in everyone, but it's like you can go to this healing to anyone, but you're watching this right now. So if this is resonating hard, you know, all my healing is praying, an activity, take up an activity that will bring you joy. But it's like, I feel the message just is there for both people if this is resonating. Like, stop focusing on your insecurities because the more you home in on your insecurities, the bigger and louder they're going to become. Whereas if you just bring it out, bring what's in the dark out of the light, like I always quote that thing out of Meet Joe Black. Like love is when you tell something the worst thing about you and they love you anyway. And it's not actually the two main characters, it's the brother-in-law talking about his wife when he's just actually fucked over the father-in-law, you know what I mean? If you've seen what I mean. God, that rain's pretty bad. Right, so what else have we got for the feminine? Breathe through the tension, full moon and Scorpio. Oh wow, that really is shadowy stuff. So yeah, divine feminine, either this was stuff that you had to work through in the past about how you felt about yourself, or this is stuff you're working through now, or this is the masculine's feelings about how you feel about yourself. Breathe through this challenge, breathe through the difficulties. It feels like someone working through trauma. The masculine, speak your world into being. Start speaking kinder to yourself. Whether that's the masculine or the feminine's masculine side, start speaking kinder to yourself, using things like affirmation. I can actually think of someone I was doing a session with recently where that's kind of similar, like, just being mindful of your mind chatter, being mindful of your mind chatter. But yeah, like noticing where you maybe don't speak very kindly to yourself. Divine feminine. Oh, this is when very cheesy and flowery and Pisces. But it's true. You're enough. You do not have to give more. This card keeps coming out for the feminine, the inner child card. Whoever it was that made you feel like you weren't enough, and so you had to keep giving and giving and giving because they were demanding. Whoever this is, romantic or otherwise, friends or family, you're enough. You do not have to give more. You do not have to bend over backwards to be this amazing person to get this love from somebody, especially not as a twin flame. If you're twin flames, it's unconditional love. Like, look at all the fucking shit that the masculines do and the feminines still unconditionally love them. But notice what I always say. It doesn't mean you actually need to be with the person. You can unconditionally love someone and be like, whoa, okay, I see how you're moving. I see what stuff you're wanting to get back to me or what you're wanting to do in front of my face. You clearly don't want to be anything with me, friend or boyfriend or anything like that, or girlfriend or whatever the deal is. So I'm going to unconditionally love you, and you can do you, and I'll do me. You know what I mean? But it's kind of like, and that was said with a bit of an attitude, wasn't it? It was said with a bit of an attitude, but it can be like that in the twin flame journey, let's be honest. But however that's feeling, it's kind of like you are enough. So, and whether this is a twin flame that's made you feel like you're not enough, or a karmic partner, or a karmic anyone in your life, doesn't need to be romantic, that's made you feel like you're not enough, the world, society, you are enough. Divine feminine and divine masculine. Let's see if it comes out for divine masculine. Well, that was really passionate, guys. I'm here for it. Let's get the inner child card for the divine masculine. Practice freedom. Oh my God. Boom, drop the mic. Look what I just said. One of the shadow sides a Scorpio. Sorry, not Oh, well, that's going to be the elephant. One of the shadow sides, that's because the card said brief, filming a Scorpio or something. Um, one of the one of the things about the shadow side of Virgo rather is things like, judging people and judging harshly or criticizing. Release the weight of judgment. This is for the masculine's inner child. Practice freedom. Like, you're judging yourself too harshly because you've had others around you that judge you too harshly. And then it can also make you judge other people too harshly. Do you know what I mean? It's like a big toxic cycle. So release the weight of judgment and start being kinder to yourself. Get lost. Get lost. Get lost. Fall deep into the realm of imagination. Yeah, I feel this is like a masculine group of people that are like falling into this daydreaming, fantasy, imagination, inner child place. And that involves being kinder to yourself because Pisces is the sign of kindness and unconditional love. And we did have the card that said kindness. Right, okay. So who is guiding the divine feminines, or what do we need to know? The divine director. Trust the process, create space for the divine order to unfold. So trust the process, because really what it feels like, it really does feel like, never mind the sixth house, it feels like I've been channeling the South Node, the past and the past life energy with this, because past lives are one of my favourite topics. It's like you had to go through this process of like being down on yourself, liking yourself, loving yourself, getting more confident, unconditionally loving yourself until you're kind of like invincible. My cousin said that to me once when she thought of work. My cousin was like, "You remind me of the word invincible," and I was like, "What does that mean again?" And like, I've just always remembered it. She said that so many years ago to me. But that is because that is my baby cousin that saw me go from being very shy and timid and like not having any confidence and to being like super duper confident and passionate and helping all these people. So you know what I mean? It's like, and that's people that get you and they've seen the whole journey and they don't hold stuff against you and bring it, you know what I mean? It's kind of like let somebody be who they are. Like, for instance, I can think of people in my past that used to do that. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you know what I mean? It's like you can wake up every day and decide to be a different person. And it's like, it's good to remember where you've been, but only look back to be like, holy shit, like, I can't believe I felt like that way about myself. I don't know. And now I'm here. But it's something about, I feel some of you have got people around you still that want to drag you back down to like a place where you were before and you're not there now. And they're wanting to hold you back because they're back in their life. So you got to keep it moving. But everything's unfolding in divine order. Right, divine masculine, spiritual awakening makes sense. Bahavar Babaji, I can't say this one. Spiritual awakening, interconnectedness, understanding the inner workings. Yeah, like I said, this feels like the one that I done last night that was I think it was the last one that I done. So I can't remember what it was, whatever I finished. Aquarius maybe. Yeah, because Aquarius is spiritual awakening. It was like where someone was like, "Oh my God, like this is dreamy and like floaty and daydreamy." Some It's a spiritual awakening, open channel, wow, signs, codes, download sacred information. Yeah, like look, like I feel. Look, we're gonna go. Let's see if any of these cards say something about a daydream. I feel I'm picking up on a masculine collective that are starting to look at this. Right, if you saw what just happened, they're starting to understand. I just picked up that, like, that's my two decks together, and that one was the only one that stayed. I'm understanding. I'm facing my truths and going within to become a better person. I know I have a purpose here, and I want to be able to work on that. Like, wow, that is like, did we get a thumbnail yet? Isn't it? Like, that is definitely like, uh, what I was feeling. Like, somebody's like, but it's pretty full, it's more full on than that. It's spiritual awakening, like, kind of blowing this person's mind. It's like, remember when I saw the mirrored numbers? It's like this person is like seeing how similar you are. I daydream about what was I saying? They daydream, they fantasize. I fantasize about you. This guy's coming through just saying, "Yep, Claire's right. That is what I do." All the guys are in this energy and the gals. I fantasize about you. So in amongst the spiritual awakening and realizations about the world and their personal life, they're holding on to memories of you in this retrograde, and all they want to do is make you smile. And I'm holding on to memories of us. I want to make you happy. I miss your smile. So the retrograde got this group of masculines big time, big time in the fields. I feel like I want to put the songs on. That would make this more fun so that I can get the last four done. Let's see. I'm hearing you stay on my mind. That's disciple. That must be me. That's always my sign of like Mary Magdalene and Jesus again, because the band is called the Disciples. Right, let's put it on Spotify. I just put it on shuffle, and the song that came on is "Take an Angel by the Wings, Time to Tell Her Everything." So I just quoted the line in that film: "Tell somebody the worst thing about you and let them love you anyway." And this has got a line in it that says, "Take an angel by the wings, beg her now for anything, beg her now for one more day." And then it says, "Ask her for the strength to stay. You can do anything, you can do anything." Then it says, "Time to tell her anything." Yeah, it's about telling, it is like that. It's like telling somebody everything about yourself and letting them love you. But this is so funny. Like, seriously. Just trust me. I'm not gonna fucking make it up. I'm not that bloody good an actress. Don't wake me up. Chris Brown has just come on. So at some point, this person before this activation, and by the way, this could be happening like right now on this new moon today. Just saying, because eclipses do that. In this circumstance, remember everyone's timeless, so that's not the case for everyone. But I would say that because today is an eclipse, and that is a magical, mystical activation download in itself, this energy could be waking somebody out of a spiritual slumber, especially because Neptune goes in Aries tomorrow. Because, like I said, if you haven't heard me say that, I've said already in this that, or in the one before, that Neptune in Pisces for the past 14 years has been like a spell, right? Like, and I definitely feel in romantic relationships, people have been in manipulative, like confusing relationships to teach you a lesson, but karmic lesson. Um, but which wouldn't have been all bad, by the way. But for a lot of people, I feel it has been from what I've witnessed and sort of like researched in that from when I work with people. But my activation was when I worked out it was Neptune and Aquarius. And remember, Aquarius is spiritual awakening. So my kind of realization of, wait a minute, shit, like I know who he is. And then it was like blink and Neptune was into Pisces. So I feel for that window of time, he actually had that insight of who I was too. If he didn't, I actually feel he had it before that. But anyway, but then the point is, he went back to sleep. So it doesn't really matter if he had it before me or at the same time. He went to sleep, like that song, right? So, and this is what I'm saying. Like some people could be having quite profound spiritual awakenings, like waking up to something you couldn't see before. So that's deep, but that is what we're getting. So what else? It came out again. Out of all those cards, I fantasize about you and I'm angry. I cause arguments and problems sometimes to be alone. So yeah, that's like this person, like basically that's people that enjoy being in their own me world, fantasizing about you. Because that's where they feel safe. I let people manipulate me into ghosting you. That is literally after I just said that people got into manipulative relationships. That's fucking crazy, isn't it? And also it's about to be 418, the union number. So yeah, it feels like that it was an attack on a union, like where all the people that resonate with this, meaning that when what like just again it's like this takes hours to sort of explain to people, but for just I know people get it, but what it means is it doesn't need to be the actual karmic partners that they've had some big plot to attack a union. What it means is it's the energies that use anyone, 418 now. It's a delayed union. I think that's what it means. Because that seemed like it took ever forever for it to reach 418. And this could actually, because we're so close to that now, like the 18th of April could be significant. Hope it's significant for me, as in I'm going to have a better birthday than last year. It's but it's Good Friday as well. So like I keep saying, quite interesting. Um, yeah, it's a delayed union. That's what I'm getting. There's been a lot of delays, but you've learned the lessons you needed to learn. Both of you. We talk so much telepathically, it'll feel so natural when we're really here. And that's what they were saying too. That's interesting. That one came out. Like it has served a purpose. And then look, that's on the bottom again. Mum says hang up, however that comes in. I just fell on the floor too. So that's funny. So I'm taking that to be like maybe there is some sort of interference as well from like from whoever that would represent, and it doesn't matter because it just fell on the floor. Um, like could be symbolic of just people growing up and going your own way and like following your own heart. But yeah, because now the song Teardrops is on when I just looked up. Teardrops in my eye, remind me, baby, of you. That's, by the way, that's not a coincidence. That's actually my mum's favourite song. So I think they're just clarifying there that that is a mum. Um, so remember, it doesn't need to be your mum or their mum. It can be a mum and just somebody of the kids kind of thing. But it's that's not a coincidence, right? So New Earth mess. Wait a minute, actually, before I do that, these fell out. Sacred. Oh my God, there's more clarity. Look, Sacred Mother. The seeds of your creations are blossoming. Time to birth the new with hope and enthusiasm. The sun. Feel the warmth of the sun on the situation. Success and happiness awaits you as you walk upon a brighter road. Yeah, so whatever that is, whatever your, bad advice or yeah, maybe you were manipulated by a mother figure or something to think this wasn't the right thing or something. Maybe I'm getting the pit like I'm getting mixed up with all the ones I've done before. But if that hasn't that the other one was about being with someone, wasn't it? But it's like it does feel like this is coming into it too. Like a mother figures push somebody towards like a karmic person or something, or to stay with someone, or Syrian and missionaries dream for the new earth, time for a magical life. Yeah. So whatever it is, they're saying leave it in the past. Look at what I've said about the inner child. Inner child attunement. Go within, listen, loving parenting. It's funny, like, although that card was meant to be intended to pick up on kind of toxic kind of energy, I do feel for some that that could be a mum in the spirit world again, like supporting, because it says loving parenting. And like, it is that what happened last night. Like, mum says hang up. Like, so if somebody has got a mum or a grandma in the spirit world, it's like they're saying if you're in a toxic relationship, like, it's time it's over. Like I keep saying, if anybody watching this, whether you're a twin flame or not, if you're in a deeply toxic, damaging relationship, it is time to get help, because it's like it's time to end that karmic cycle. Divine timing, a serendipitous event. It's meant to be. It's time to end it, or it's time for a new beginning. Responsibilities. Yeah, look, see, mum hang up. Now it could be mother of children, because that's like a children card. Romance interrupted, duties come first. That's what I feel I'm picking up on. It's like either somebody has guilt tripped somebody to stay for children, or a mum has actually pushed somebody to stay. It's something psychic connection, your communication goes beyond mere words, and because you've got this telepathy with someone, because my cards just said that too, you don't, and then look, proposal, your romance is about to evolve and level up. So again, like that could be a good or a bad thing. That could be somebody's actually got into a karmic marriage through pressure, or this could be somebody breaking out of something and they want, something with you. Um, Destiny, because it's destined. The reunion with your twin flame is a destined event. Oh God, that was amazing how all that order just came out. And it's the right path. Love is a beautiful journey, and you're on the right path. What was going there? Oh my God, that is that. Look, surprise. Romantic surprises are on the rise, and be open to them. So, oh, there's some nice energy coming in there. Right, so I think I just want to shuffle these and then spiritual. Yeah. Basically, that's in a nutshell. It's not everyone's. The electric, creative expression, spiritual awakening, shift or be shifted. So again, somebody is this to me is means many things, but it is about that spark of creation, that spark of awareness. Like somebody's been woken up. And because remember that song came on, Don't Wake Me Up. But it's like this person has woke up. This person was reluctant to wake up, but now they've not got a choice. They've spiritually awakened and there's deep feelings and didn't well boom drop the mic, love it, past life awakening. Well, sorry, I just said that. Voyager's journey, past life healing. There's a dragonfly, that's about transformation. Remember I said because the south node is in Virgo, I feel I've actually been channeling a lot of people's past energy, or it needs to be your past if it's your present. But remember what I'll say, this is really deep. Wait a minute, I might actually. God, there's too many things for the fun. There's too many options. Again, at some point, you could have had too many options, or this is somebody else around you. Wait a minute. But basically, that is what I do in sessions. The past, the present, and the future are all happening simultaneously, and you can heal it. So when people say, sorry, I'm hiccuping now, you can't heal the past, you actually can. Scientifically as well, you can change your brain chemistry to believe that something happened differently. Oh, wait a minute, that's nowhere near the screen. But shaman, like, we're moving into a whole new with Pluto and Aquarius, future thinking and technology and everything. And with the North Node, the Destiny in Pisces, mystical, magical, psychic. I've been saying this for ages, and also Saturn in Pisces. All of this points towards people valuing exactly what I'm doing right now more and understanding it. But simultaneously, at the same time, there's a rise in people like, oh, it's witchcraft, and and just like people like, thinking they're it just yeah, I don't even really it annoys me because it's like I've said before, right? Because like basically like there's so many channels that will put themselves out as being Christian and stuff, and they're and a prophetess and a prophet, but they will be deeply against using oracle cards and definitely not tarot and all that kind of stuff. But they're literally doing the exact same thing that I'm doing right now. Like I have the exact same revelations from God that a lot of these massive channels do that say that what I'm doing is wrong, or what the other lovely people that use cards and tools and stuff, it's exact same fucking thing. Anybody that's got eyes can see that. Like it actually, that's why I don't even really like to give it a lot of attention. But it's yeah, so it's nuts. Like you've got people that don't believe in any of it, and then you've got the other level of it of what I've just said. You've got some people that think, oh, like I'm better than everyone else because I'm not using cards. So what? I could do that too, but it's boring. Do you know what I mean? Like I was thinking, I might even have a go at doing that when I have Mother Channel, and then I thought I was thinking, oh yeah, I'll do it without the cards, and then I was thinking, but why the fuck would I do that when I've got all these cards and they're fun? And it's like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like it's weird. It is fucking weird. I've never understood that because, and it's a shame because, like I've said, like I actually follow some of these channels, but um. You know what I mean? They wouldn't want you to because it'd be like if they find out what you do, oh my God, she's a medium, oh, she's a shaman, oh, she uses cards, oh, she uses tarot. Oh, yeah. Do you want to also actually hang around and see how I help people? Or see how other people that do what I do that are doing it with the good of their heart help people? That's judgmental. And I'm calling that shit out because they might be saying, oh, I'm talking to God and this and that. Well, so am I. So am I, pal. Sit yourself down. You know what I mean? Sorry. That felt quite good. Right, so I don't even know what I'm talking to do. It's just because these channels are massive, but you'll know what I mean. Like some of you will. Like it's usually yeah. Because it's that's when you can see that is seen through false light. You know what I mean? Like it's a shame when you that's what I'm saying. There's people I do that, and there's people like me that we tirelessly help people untangle themselves from real witchcraft, from real evil, dark spells, and you know, like I said, spells, gossip, slander, just attack, spiritual warfare. But then you've got the same people that are educating and helping people that doing it in their way, but then they will actually attack people like me and other people like me that are helping people. It's all a big bundle of confusion. So that's why you've got to stand strong, you've got to know your heart, and you've got to be discerning of who you're watching. I mean, and don't even get me started on then in the actual tarot community and all that too, because there are always different facets to that as well of people that are trying to target true twin flames to confuse you and get you to leave your twin flame behind or, you know, run off with somebody else or believe that they're like the devil or or the thing that really gets on my tits when people like say things like, oh, you're fallen twin flame and stuff like, oh fuck, click off. Get the fuck, man. It's just boring. Do you know what I mean? Like when you've helped people for this long, it is just it's ignorance and it's people not getting it. Like, no, they're not the devil. Usually people has been a right arsehole because they've been hurt themselves and they've lashed out. Or do you know what I mean? Like it's not. But usually what those channels are picking up on are karmic relationships. Like there ain't no twin flame involved anywhere. That's the God's honest truth. So maybe it's just as well this channel is little humble and small because if I had more people when I was saying that, I really would need to keep the comments off. And I know that because I follow lots of amazing people that pick up on heavy stuff and they like I said, they do keep the comments off because it's just but anyway, like I said, that was just the voice of truth with the 0 degrees Mercury retrograde in Aries. Quite interesting. So I am going to jump off, but before I do that, and I need to stop fucking talking so long because guides, if you could play ball, because I'm going to lose my voice. I won't lose my voice, but it's just, what have we got? What? Give us one we've not got. Pluto. Well, yeah, that was definitely a Pluto chat, wasn't it? What else? air, they communicate and someone's going to have an intense communication coming their way because we've got 39 could be significant, November could be significant because we've got a 39 and 11, or the 11th of a month, however, communicating Pluto. So that's an intense conversation, but I'm trying to just give me the next card. Oh, that's one of my favorites. I could hold you in my arms, do do. I could hold you forever. I think this is this fantasizing collective I'm picking up on. Ray LaMontagne. I think that's how you say it. Bird House, we've just done that. Why have I put it back in? Neptune. Oh, Neptune and Pisces, just been talking about that. Sixth house, we've just done that. We've just done that. What I'm doing. Chiron. Oh, God. Capricorn. Capricorn. We've not done Capricorn, have we? We've not. Like, I don't remember doing Capricorn. Nah. But by the way, these are definitely going in order because Capricorn is karma and tough lessons. Yeah, I've not done Capricorn. That's what we're doing next. Right, so I will see you in a minute if you're joining me.